T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Look, Jake. They got Freddy fucking Krueger.
Ooh, baby. 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 Ooh, baby.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Movies and Beyond. Once again, I am Michael, and today, well, it's Monday. And it's Paranormal Monday, baby. We haven't done Paranormal in forever. And just prior to the show, it's like, I need to find the intro for this show. I haven't done this show forever. I'm going to have to make a new one. I found it. It's kind of old at this point, but it's like, working with what I got, I'm going to throw it up there. I need to do something a little more updated with it. But I was just happy I found it because I didn't even think about it. I came and sat down. It was like 8:26. And I was like, well, I got a few minutes. Oh, shit, we're doing paranormal. I had a paranormal intro for that. Let me find it. It has been a minute since we've done paranormal. Today was interesting. Looking for, paranormal stuff for us to watch. I don't watch it ahead of time, so I got to kind of skip through just to make sure, for one, it's in English, and for two, that it's, not something different, right? Anytime I put videos up on this channel, I want to skim through just to make sure that it's not, like, oh, that's not what I was looking for. And I go ahead and throw it up there, and it's just not even what we were looking for. So I am excited to do paranormal tonight. Like I said, it's been a minute since we've done this. And it just seemed like when we did paranormal before and we first got started, right? There were so many videos to choose from, so many things that we hadn't seen. And now it just seems to be like there's stuff out there. Don't get me wrong. There is. But at the same time, it's not as easy to find as it was before to get, cool stuff up here for us because it's always a gamble when we do these. I mean, I don't want to watch them ahead of time. And then I know everything that's coming. I'm sitting here bored because I've seen it already. So I want that general reaction along with you guys because I feel like that's something we share when we do this is all of us freaking out together. Because if you remember when we started paranormal, I asked you guys, I said, hey, paranormal stuff scares the shit out of me. What would you guys think of a show where I sat here and scared the shit out of myself, right? And everybody's like, yeah, let's do it. And we did. And there were plenty of times where I'm sitting here like, oh shit, like what was that? What was that? Now I heard something in the other room. So I'm looking up. I miss that feeling, you guys. Hopefully we get that feeling tonight. It's been a while since we've done this. I'm not going to lie. I was getting a little creeped out looking through them earlier today. Just some of those voices that come across like, little did John know that he was about to walk into a house that was haunted by a demonic presence. And it's like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So that's the type of thing that paranormal, what was it? When we started, was it Paranormal Friday? I think it was Paranormal Friday. We did that and I scared the shit out of myself doing that so many times and I miss that. So I'm happy as hell to bring this back to you guys and do this tonight. So I don't expect a lot of people to be in the chat tonight because Mondays have been so sporadic for me. A lot of people aren't used to the fact that I come on Mondays. And on top of that, the YouTube algorithm isn't very good about notifying people when, somebody's online. Trust me, I know. I'm subscribed to plenty of people with the notification bell hit. Next thing I know, I'm seeing their live stream that popped up 3 days later. You know what I mean? It's 3 days later, and it's just like, oh, well, glad YouTube's sending out these notifications for us. They skip me. But from what I hear, that happens to everybody. So let me see who I got that's talking in the chat tonight. Before we get started on our Paranormal Monday, it's a Monday. Paranormal Monday. All right, I see that Paula is in the chat saying hi to everybody. What's up, Paula? I hope you're having a great Monday. If that's possible. I mean, Mondays are, Mondays are Mondays. But good to see you, Paula. Always good to see you here. I see the Val is in the chat. The General is in the chat. The General always gets a salute from Movies and Beyond. What's up, Val? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Always good to see you here, my friend. Let's see. I see that James is in the chat as well. The Shape is in the chat. And he was saying hi to everybody as well. James, what's up, my man? I hope you are doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here. I hope you're ready for some paranormal stuff tonight, brother, because that is what we are about to do. I see that Melissa's in the chat as well, saying hi to everybody. What's up, Melissa? I hope you're having a fantastic Monday. And it's always good to see you here, my friend. I know that Melissa's been asking about paranormal quite a few times. So here it is, my friend. We have reached that time where we're going to jump back into the paranormal. I hope that you enjoy. I see that Russell's in the chat as well, saying, what's up, everyone? Let's smash that like button if you haven't already. Let's get this party started. Thug Life. Let's get spooked together. Hi, Michael. And everyone in the chat. What's up, Russell? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Always good to see you here, brother. I hope that you are having a fantastic Monday, sir. A fantastic Monday. I think that I got everybody in the chat, but I got to scroll down to make sure. I see that Teal was in the chat saying, hey, Michael, I'm going to have to rewatch this stream. Love the content. All good, man. It's cool that you were able to pop by and say what's up. Even though you weren't able to stay, man. It means the world to me, dude. Thank you for that. And I hope that you enjoy on rewatch. And when you do watch it, man, let me know in the comments what you thought, because I'm sure that there's going to be, some stuff in here it's probably worth a comment. Yeah, I'm seeing y'all's message in the chat. And I will say this, okay? I was juggling on whether or not I was going to, mention that, because I didn't know if it was really my place to do that. You know what I mean? So I am aware, and I do feel, very, very sad. That guy helped me a lot, when I first started, and we did, a lot of things together very early on in my YouTube career. And I'll be honest, I'm going to miss him. Definitely going to miss him. And I just don't know that if it's, my place, you know what I mean? Just in case, people didn't know. I don't want that to be something that's, that I'm telling everyone for the first time. But yeah, just know that. And I will, say something probably Thursday. I'll probably address that Thursday on Horror Talk and Coffee, just because I don't want to be the outlet that breaks that, because I know that he has a lot of really close friends on YouTube that would probably want to talk about that. It's very sad. For those of you who do know, it's definitely very, very sad, and it's definitely someone that I will definitely miss for sure. But yeah, I'll talk a little bit about it Thursday. But for tonight, I do just want to do some paranormal stuff, and let the other people that I just don't want to be that initial outlet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, does that make sense to you guys? Yeah, I'm different. I'm a different person. I'm well aware of that, but I just don't want that to be, Movies and Beyond, like, news. You know what I mean? I don't feel, good about that at all with something like that. So I am aware, and he will be missed for sure. And I will definitely say something on Thursday on a Horror Talk and Coffee for sure. Because I know if I don't say something, it's going to be brought up in the chat probably multiple times tonight. And it is very sad. Definitely. Yeah, and I'm not really good at feelings and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm definitely not. I'm not really good at that stuff. So, but yeah, I am definitely aware, and I wish the family and the friends nothing but the best. And I can say that from me, and I'm sure everyone at Movies and Beyond for sure. But yeah, moving on. Moving on for sure. I definitely will have something to say on Thursday. That I promise you guys. Um, for sure. I promise. Because it was very, it wasn't like this was this morning. This was 2 hours ago, that I heard something. So, yeah. Anyway, but yes, so I know that tonight is a tough night for a lot of people, but at the end of the day, I'm sure that he would want us to do what we like to do, and that's why we came here tonight, to all hang out with each other and enjoy these streams for what they are, for sure. But yeah, Wayne's messing with me. I know you, Wayne. Not good at feelings. Good so far. Yeah, it's anyway. Yeah, but let's go ahead and move on to paranormal. Let's do that for tonight. um I rarely get uncomfortable on a show, right? And I will say tonight that yeah, a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump into the paranormal for tonight, and I promise that once a little bit of time has passed, I definitely have plenty to say about this individual for sure, and what he did for me, and he didn't have to do when I first started out, for sure. So, but yeah. So paranormal, that's where we're at. That's what we're doing. I promise that's where we're going. So, what do I have tonight? What is the first video? Let's go ahead and jump into the first video. This comes from Scary Comp. Now, this is a place that I never really go to. So I have my usuals, like I go to Nukes, I go to Depths of Despair when I looked at this stuff. But this one popped up, and I kind of skimmed through it, and I was like, you know what? Let's give this other outlet a chance. I mean, they have 165,000 subscribers. So I definitely want to give them a chance to show us what they have, right? Maybe it'll be some different stuff that we've seen, on multiple channels, and it'll be different. Now, one thing I did notice when I was scrolling through, I think this is the one of these that I have up here, they don't have breaks in between. Like, when Nukes does one, they'll be like number 4, like, and it gives you that break in between where I can pause it and then talk a little bit. I think that this one just kind of goes like, as soon as it finishes, the next one starts. So I have to really pay attention if I'm going to pause in between, and we're going to kind of have, if we're going to have discussions in between, right? If we're going to have discussions in between, I'm going to have to be on it tonight, you guys. I'm going to have to be on it. You guys are going to have to help me out for sure. I see that Michelle has popped in the chat saying happy Monday. What's up, Michelle? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Happy Monday. It feels weird saying happy Monday because it's not like a Friday. I feel like when you say happy Monday, it's like happy Monday, to where when you're like happy Friday, it's like happy Friday. Like there's a totally different tone just by the day of the week. I guess it's because we're just getting started. But anyway, so back to this. This comes from Scary Comp. Let's see if they have a description for it. 12 scary videos that will leave you terrified. Welcome to Scary Comp, your ultimate destination for all good things spooky, terrifying, and paranormal. Deep dive into a world filled with scary videos, ghosts, scary twice. They wanted to emphasize that, it was scary, paranormal, spooky, creepy, paranormal activity, ghost videos, ghosts, scary. It goes on like that for a while, you guys. It's almost like these are hashtags, but they don't have the little hash thingy in front of them. So, but this is Scary Comp. This is 12 scary videos that will leave you terrified. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
A man named Tristan has been living under the shadow of an ongoing haunting for years, and no matter what he does, the ghostly presence refuses to leave. He's tried everything, cleansings, prayers, even ignoring it, but the paranormal activity always returns. Every time the spirit makes itself known again, Tristan grabs his phone without hesitation, desperate to prove that the terrifying encounters he endures are not just in his head.
First of all, how are you just going to pass that by like that wasn't somebody standing there that just disappeared under a blanket with like no clips? Hopefully they show it again, and this is like an early preview. Like you're just going to pass that up like it's not even happening? Okay, so he's looked both ways. I didn't see any clips in the video. The cat was reacting to, well, I guess the cat's going to react regardless. I don't think I'm staying there.
At one point, when Tristan heard strange noises coming from his bathroom, he hit record and cautiously turned on the light, only to witness something truly disturbing. The bathroom doorknob was twisting violently, as if someone or something was locked inside and trying to escape. That's when it hit him. He was completely alone in the house. As he crept closer, the door suddenly creaked open by itself. He slowly aimed the camera into the room, and no one was there. What should have been an empty, peaceful home now held undeniable evidence of a supernatural force, and another reason for Tristan to seriously consider leaving that haunted place behind. A man was woken up in the middle of the night by strange sounds coming from within his home.
Is that a different one?
Terrified, he began recording
that's
a video.
different one. All right, here's the thing though, right? How are they just going to pass up the fact that in the opening sequence there was a figure standing on the bed with a blanket over it, and then it just disappeared? I mean, don't get me wrong. The door handle thing with cat reaction, there's no clips in the video. He checked all the way around when he went in. You know, all those things you like to see when they're doing these paranormal things. But something standing on your bed with a blanket over it, and then all of a sudden it's just a blanket. We're going to pass that up like you didn't start the video this way? Look. All right. Well, we're just going to dismiss that. I mean,
and another reason for Tristan to seriously consider leaving that haunted place behind. A man was woken up in the middle of the night by strange sounds coming from within his home. Terrified, he began recording a video, and what he captured on camera is truly terrifying.
When this is over, we're going back to that, by the way. Don't let me forget that.
Guys. I just saw these metals. Look. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. What in the world? Oh. What? There's the metals again. A door just opened by itself. My house is haunted. Seriously.
Without warning, various objects in the room.
Did you see his progression? Did you see the guy's progression when he was talking? Oh my God, the medals. Oh my God, what was that? Oh my God, the door. And then he's just like, my house is haunted. Like the acceptance of what was going on. Like, I'm sorry, that was funny to me. Now, granted, what's happening in his house is not funny by any means, but the way he just accepted it, like another thing I got going on, right? Like, my house is haunted.
A door just opened by itself. My house is haunted.
It's almost like
Seriously.
defeat.
Without warning,
It's almost like
various
defeat.
objects
My
in
house
the
is
room began
haunted.
to shift and
That
move
poor
by
bastard.
themselves.
What's up,
And we're not
Patrick? I hope
talking
you're
about
doing well,
one
my
item.
friend.
It was
Hashtag grab the
multiple
cat.
things,
That's what I'm talking
all
about.
stirred by an invisible force. The amount of paranormal activity surging through the space was intense, and the man described an icy, unnerving chill. This eerie piece of footage was recorded by a home surveillance system just outside a residence somewhere in the UK. It was late at night.
All right, so these just switch without the breaks, and this is tougher for me to do because of that. Like, I like the little number 5, you know what I mean? It kind of gives me that okay, you can pause now, Michael, and you can talk a little bit. These just kind of blend together. Like I said, I knew there was one of these that I picked out tonight that did that. Well, hey, it was the first one. So yeah, all right, let's go ahead and go. Let me start off here.
By a home surveillance system just outside a residence somewhere in the UK. It was late at night when a woman returned home, parking her car in the driveway and casually stepping out. Everything appears completely routine until something deeply unsettling unfolds. As she shuts the car door and walks toward the entrance, a ghostly voice suddenly echoes from the darkness. She gasps in shock, completely thrown off by the disembodied sound. Spinning around in fear, she scans the shadows for the source, but the camera picks up no one. Some viewers claim it might have been someone hiding among the trees, but others are convinced it was a supernatural presence, something sinister watching, something that wanted her to feel the haunting truth. She was not alone. This scary footage was recorded at the notorious...
So the ones that are just voices are harder for me to really get into, because I'm not saying that they're not like legit, but they're the easiest ones to be like, hey, you could put a voice or a sound over a video. Granted, her reaction, everything, maybe there was something out there, but they're just harder for me to really like buy into, to really get into. I don't know. Like I said, I'm weird. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's see what's going on here.
This scary footage was recorded at the notoriously haunted Jerome Grand Hotel in Jerome, Arizona. In the footage, a man jolted awake in the middle of the night, and what he recorded on camera really chilled him to his bone. Take a look.
I cannot see anything. What's up, Sarah?
Okay.
He was jolted awake by the sound of footsteps racing across his hotel room floor. Panicked, he grabbed his phone, hit record, and switched on the flashlight. Moments later, a loud bang echoed in the room, followed by the bathroom faucet suddenly turning on by itself. This wasn't some faulty plumbing. The handle visibly twisted, clearly moved by an unseen force. What's worse, the camera showed that he was completely alone. Whatever spirit had made its presence known wasn't just watching. In this chilling video, Henry Alvarado was simply going about his day.
Back that up just a little bit there. Yeah, I don't know, haunted hotels, right? I mean, I don't know. He really didn't get that great of, footage, right? So it was very dark at the beginning. Yes, the faucet being on, that's creepy. I would shit myself, literally, if I was in that, for real. Patrick is saying phone rings. This is Michael, Ghostbuster on duty. Yeah, that is not even close, brother. If you're talking about me, I'll help you find the yellow pages, but it's definitely not going to be me, for sure, 100%. See that Sarah jumped in. I hope you're doing well, Sarah. Good to see you. Good to see you. James said he's got the gremlins in the house. They could be the gremlins. Patrick is saying, well, we know it wasn't a cat spirit. It's fair. Russell's saying he's got the critters. All right. Let's see what the next one has for us here.
Wasn't just watching. In this chilling video, Henry Alvarado was simply going about his daily routine, filming content for his YouTube channel. Determined to grow his audience, he was recording a how-to tutorial on disinfecting a pan and eliminating bacteria. Everything was running smoothly at first, until a minor slip-up forced him to stop and restart the video, clearly frustrating him a bit. At least it gave him a light-hearted moment to laugh off the error. But what Henri didn't realize was that his second attempt would be ruined too, and this time by something far more terrifying.
The first thing I'm going to do to ensure the best quality hangover and to kill any nasty little bugs that are in the wine.
What the hell happened?
Well, you can all stop asking me to upload a video now. What was it? It was this. Forgot the airlock. Hang on. You're on a tripod, so. What was this? What was it? Open this one. Is that it? Do something else now, will you?
What the hell happened?
Out of nowhere, an object hurled itself directly at Henry's head, and the footage is nothing short of disturbing. Most hauntings involve ghostly apparitions or unsettling noises, but in this case, the spirit took a more violent approach. Whatever entity was in the room wasn't just trying to scare him, it was trying to harm him. Thankfully, the object wasn't heavy or dangerous, or this paranormal encounter could have turned tragic. Henri knows he narrowly avoided something serious, and he's now reaching out to a priest for spiritual guidance in dealing with this supernatural attack. This next footage was captured by an 11-year-old.
That was almost like I don't think it was like harm. I think it was like disrespect. Like, shut up. You know what I mean? And he threw like a little plastic thing at his face. Like, to see that come upward, right? You normally don't see things coming in an upward angle like that. That's crazy. That shit. I mean, it's not really scary, but it is scary in the sense that it did that by itself. Like, that sucks. I think that ghost is a dick. Anything else?
Guidance in dealing with this supernatural attack.
It's like an asshole
This
friend.
next footage was captured by an 11-year-old girl who noticed strange movement coming from the lower floor of her house. Curious, yet terrified, she pulled out her brand new phone and started recording, desperately yelling for her mother as pure panic took over. But the moment she hit record, it seemed to anger the spirit. And then things escalated.
Mamá, venga, se está moviendo la silla. Mamá. Mamá, venga. Mamá. Mamá.
A nearby chair was already rocking, so it's unlikely that her filming triggered it. Once she started recording, a small toy car eerily slid across the floor by itself, followed by more unexplained movement from other objects. And witnessing all this as a child, that level of haunting would leave anyone scarred. On the night of September 29th, 2015, a YouTube...
So, all right, I really don't know how to explain that, to be honest. Like, chair moving by itself and the car goes forward. Like, those are two different directions, and nowhere for... I mean, you really gotta... I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. Sarah Campbell's gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Thank you so much for that, Sarah. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. I can't see who got it because I'm on StreamYard. But I don't know. Thank you. Thank you so much. Michelle said, why is he in the dark? This one's light. It might be a little bit behind. Might be a little bit behind in the stream. I might be a little bit behind in chat. Russell says, is it The Grudge? Or it's The Grudge. Look, dude, we haven't seen a Grudge person yet in these, and I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it, Russell. We always get one. I'm hoping we get one tonight. James says, looks like a cheap flip phone camera like mine. Well, she was young, James. Maybe they were just like, yeah, we're not going to get her anything expensive. Probably because she's going to end up throwing it in the toilet or something. You know, like she didn't seem very old. Michelle said, finally, a regular. So I guess a regular got the gift. That's so awesome. That is freaking awesome. Hell yeah. Patrick saying that looked legit. The little girl was terrified. I think so, man. Like there's a lot of things going on in that scene, right? The one before this with the plastic flipping up to the guy, you know, hitting the guy in the face. I think that probably was legit. In this one, I would agree. I would agree with that, for sure. Russell's saying, gonna have to watch the replay after this. These are interesting videos. Well, dude, they would be a lot better if they were separated. I can't say that enough about these. Like, this is the only thing that makes this stream hard to do, is the videos aren't separated. One goes right into the next. It would just be a little easier if they did that, because I'm having to rewind each one here. I'm saying rewind like it's a VHS tape or something, right? To fuck it, rewind, just so we can move on to the next one. All right. I see that Jerry's in the chat saying hello. What's up, Jerry? What's going on, my man? I hope you're having a great Monday. Good to see you, brother.
That level of haunting would leave anyone scarred. On the night of September 29th, 2015, a YouTube creator known as X-Man Gage uploaded a chilling video that quickly sparked concern across his viewers. The footage was filmed in what appeared to be his kitchen, and while the exact reason for hitting record is unclear, something must have triggered him, and thankfully it did. At exactly 1:33 a.m., an unsettling and terrifying chain of events began to unfold on camera.
It'd be nice if we could hold the camera somewhat still. Here I am saying that, and I'm not like in a situation like this. Oh shit. Now those things aren't moving by themselves. Like you've got to bump one of those. A fan's not going to be swinging that heavy ass shit across the... Oh shit.
Initially, this strange activity might have been dismissed as technical glitches. Flickering lights are often blamed on wiring issues, but when the light fixtures began to sway unnaturally, even skeptics started to reconsider. Still, the true moment of terror came at the end. An explosive crash filled the room as numerous kitchen objects suddenly plummeted to the floor, eliminating any doubt. This wasn't electrical. It was a haunting. If X-Man Gage hopes to avoid another supernatural encounter, he and his family might need to consider spiritual cleansing before it returns. This terrifying clip comes from the team at
No, I'm sorry. I'm not, no. Nope. Not at all. Not even a little bit. Cheetah's saying maybe it's Magneto playing a prank. Maybe it is. It could be. Val said, nope. Hell to the no. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not. James said it could be an earthquake. Yeah. I mean, I would feel like there'd be maybe more things moving around than just that, but in all possibility, it could be, it definitely could be. Russell saying he's definitely not one of the X-Men. Look, here's the thing. Like, I could sit here and complain about people not holding the camera steady, but if I had the balls, if something like that was going on in my house and I had the balls to stay in, not just grab my shoes and leave, which is that's what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you guys that. But if I had the balls to pick up my camera and start recording it, I'm probably going to be swinging that thing all over the place. Like there's no way you're getting cinematic shots of what's going on. I could pretty much guarantee you that. And here I am like, man, hold it steady. Like anyway, let's see what they got next. Let's see what's next.
Cleansing before it returns. This terrifying clip comes from the team at Dark Path Scary, who ventured into a home infamous for intense paranormal activity. Their channel specializes in exploring haunted locations. So naturally, this house seemed like the perfect investigation. What they didn't anticipate, though, was the overwhelming power of the spirit trapped inside. Usually, they're lucky to capture a couple of supernatural moments per visit. But this time, they left the location with an abundance of ghost encounters caught on film. And right now, you're about to witness one of the most chilling moments they recorded. Take a look.
Was that you? There are any ghostly spirits in this house?
No way, dude.
Dude.
No way. Did that piano just seriously play by itself?
Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Are those keys going down?
Dude, we should get out of this. Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. Holy shit. Hold on. We came here to do this. We're actually getting...
The moment the piano played a single note on its own, the crew was already convinced they were dealing with something genuinely haunted. But when the keys began slamming repeatedly with force, the mood shifted from creepy to hostile. That sudden burst of aggression was enough to send the experienced investigators fleeing in sheer panic, desperate to reach a safe distance from whatever dark force they had just awakened. No one in this family ever suspected their home was haunted. It was less than a day they had just awakened. No one in...
You know what? When you're like a paranormal investigator, and those are the things that you go there for. I mean, I get it. I'm just a normal guy. If I go walking in and seeing some shit like that, I'm bouncing, right? But if you're there to record and document, and a lot of these guys just take off like hauling ass when something happens, and then it doesn't give us any way to really investigate it, it makes it harder to believe. It does. And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that these guys, should hang in there. But if that's what you're there for, is to document and to, see these things, I can understand being startled. But these guys are just, I don't know. It's hard to say for that because, as soon as something started happening, they ran out the door. And again, it's easy to say sitting here by myself with nothing like that around me. But I don't know.
They had just awakened. No one in this family ever suspected their home was haunted. It was less than a decade old, and everything about the place felt perfectly ordinary, except for one strange detail. Since childhood, They'd often hear the unmistakable sound of someone rummaging through a large plastic bin filled with Lego bricks upstairs. The same tub they once used to build Bionicles, the loud clattering was impossible to miss. But at times, that distinct noise echoed through the house when absolutely no one was in the room.
Dude, I can clearly hear that.
Yeah, I hear that very I hear that loudly. Dude, I can hear something. That's that's loud. Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
Come in. Come in. Come. Come in. Shh. What the heck? Dude, there's nothing. What is that? There's nobody up here. There's literally nothing in here. And look how heavy this is. Yeah. I know there's nothing up here. What the crap? There's nothing in here either. Look. I can hear it when we got about halfway down the hallway. Yeah, it stopped. As we got closer.
I just heard once. Like I came out and heard like shh. That's all I heard.
Yeah, but we heard it when we were sitting there. We were sitting here
and we heard it start.
Yeah, we heard it.
I like how they're recording the whole like
How long ago before you got
argument.
It probably went for about 10 seconds, 10 or 15 seconds.
Let's watch it. Let's watch it. You'll watch it.
In the footage they recorded, you can clearly hear the sharp rattle of plastic coming from inside the upstairs closet, just like someone digging through it. The two brothers sprint over, fling the door open, and find nothing at all. No one inside. No movement. Just an unsettling stillness. They assumed it was the same unexplained sound they'd grown used to over the years. But when they later showed the video to friends and played it on their living room TV, someone pointed out something bone-chilling they had all missed. In the very back of the closet, their old hand-built Bionicle figure subtly turns its head just before the clip cuts out. They bolted upstairs to check, and sure enough, it was right where the lethed. Oversäkring, Yersatte Boitit. Same pose, same stance, and the creepiest part, the head joint was stiff, too tight to move on its own. The family claims they've never felt threatened, but since that night, no one dares open that closet without someone else nearby. In the early morning, when Zach was completely...
Now, I know those are Legos, you know, but it just kind of falls into that not as bad, all right? But things moving by themselves, dolls, whether it be action figures, dolls, anything like that, I don't like it. Now, I don't think the way that video was edited was very good and, you know, telling the story, but I mean, that's a little creepy. Let me oh, I see Michelle has gifted 1 Movies and Beyond membership. Michelle, thank you so much for that. You guys have no idea what that means to me when you guys do that. Thank you so much. A million times thank you. Let's see. Patrick. I always want to say Cheetah. Patrick. Wait, this just happened and Corey popped up? Coincidence? Who's Corey? Was that the other kid's name? I guess you can tell I was looking at the video and not really listening to what's going on. Michelle said she couldn't see it. Yeah, it was I mean, they zoomed up and it moved like a little bit. It like spun its head. Let me see if I can't, because they blew it up in one of them.
Its head.
I don't know
Just
if you guys
before the
can
clip
see
cuts
my
out.
mouse. It's right
They
over there.
bolted upstairs
There
to
it is.
check, and sure enough, it was right where the lethed. Oversäkring, Yersatte Boitit.
And I don't know what the hell that
Same
is. It
pose,
just went into a different language.
same stance, and the creepiest part, the head joint was stiff, too tight to move on its own. The family claims they've never felt threatened, but since that night, no one dares open that closet without someone else nearby.
I don't know. It's I don't know. James says I melt the Legos down and make a bunch of guitar picks. I'd melt the Legos down. Why? Why would you do that? They're Legos. They're Legos. Michelle saying you better not melt Legos, James. You better not. I'm not sure who that was. Not sure. Paula saw it. Good. I saw it too, but it wasn't easy to see. Definitely, especially if you're watching on your phone. It's going to be tough to see. All right, let's see what we got. Look at this joystick this kid's got. What is this, like 1984? All right, let's see what we got.
The early morning when Zach was completely alone at home, he had planned for a quiet, peaceful night.
He's playing Galaga.
Just him and the silence. But little did Zach realize he wasn't truly alone. With his parents away, he had full responsibility for the house. And up until now, the place had never shown signs of anything supernatural. But that would all change before sunrise. Zach claimed a series of strange occurrences took place, yet only one moment ended up being caught on video.
Tell me that it didn't look like the kid from Sandlot.
What?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
He lay restless in bed,
I get it.
unable
Totally.
to shake a chilling sensation creeping over him.
That's all it would take for me too.
Already unnerved
Garbage
by
can
earlier
turns by itself,
events,
I'm out.
Zach grabbed his phone and began recording. The decision seemed random, but luckily so, because what he captured was unsettling, his trash can moving entirely on its own. His horrified reaction says it all. After this disturbing paranormal activity, not any follow-up updates from Zach. So, what truly unfolded afterwards remains a mystery. Was it a ghost, something demonic, or something far worse? Let me
What
know
could be
your
worse
thoughts
than
in the
something
comments
demonic?
down below. Luis was never someone drawn to ghosts.
Like literally, what could be worse than that? Was it a ghost? Was it demonic? Was it something much worse? What could be worse than that? That's worst possible scenario right there. 100%. Something demonic. It doesn't get any worse than that. There's no way. There's no way. I'm sorry. All right, let's see
Hunts
what
or
they got
haunted
going on.
explorations. But about a month after his mother's passing, something shifted in him. He felt compelled to try. She had chosen to be buried in an old cemetery notorious for intense paranormal activity, claiming she wanted to rest there intentionally. Her reasoning? If the graveyard really was haunted, she believed it would increase her chances of becoming a spirit herself. Though the family wasn't fully convinced, they respected her final wish. Now back to Luis. One night, he returned to that same graveyard, armed with ghost hunting gear, hoping to witness something tied to his mother. What happened next defied explanation.
Mande, dijo. Dijo mande. Dijo mande. ¿Hombre o mujer?
Russell, this has got to be the one where we're getting the garage, right? We're getting the garage in this one?
Pero también se escucha una mujer. Soy Ruth, dijo. Dijo así, no soy Ruth. Oye, Ruth otra vez. Sí, a Ruth dijo. No mames, vete a la... Dijo mi nombre. Luis dijo.
What
Para
is
los que no
his
saben,
name?
yo me llamo Luis. A la madre. Dijo mi nombre, plebes. Y no se lo pregunté. No mames. No. ¿Te llamas Ruth?
The spirit that had been following Luis in the days leading up to this footage did something chilling. It spoke his name aloud.
Oh,
That moment made him believe the entity could very well be the ghost of his mother. Even more unusual, there was no trace of that icy sensation typical of a poltergeist encounter. It gave off a much gentler presence, perhaps even protective. Although the idea of being haunted scared him, the possibility that it was his mom gave him strength to press on. And because of that, we now have another haunting clip worth examining.
First of all, what we've learned doing this from the past is don't ever think it's a dead relative. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way at all. I do not trust anything like that whatsoever. I'm sorry.
¿Quieres ayuda? Ruth. Sí. ¿Dónde estás? Dime dónde estás exactamente. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Pero se me está cayendo esta cosa que tengo. No sé cómo agarrar todo. Perdóname, me está temblando mucho la mano. La busco entre tumbas. Ahí no quiero grabar esa tumba. ¿Dónde estás?
I mean, he keeps asking, where are you? Where are you? Where?
¿Qué fue eso? ¿Hola? ¿Dónde estás?
During this new recording, a distinct noise echoed from another corner of the cemetery. It wasn't a natural sound, definitely not wind or wildlife. It resembled something heavy falling over in the distance. Here's where it gets truly unsettling. The sound came directly from the area near his mother's grave. Luis has always believed it was her making contact, and he still stands by that belief to this day. Paranormal investigator Ryan.
Well, I don't know. I think that was a lot for some voices, but I have no idea. Let me catch up. I'm sorry, you guys. Let's see. Russell's saying we need the Grudge to pop up just once. We do. I'm looking for it, man. I'm looking for it. James says, I love walking through the graveyard at night. It's so cool. Yeah, well, yeah, no, it's each their own. Russell says, no way I'm walking through a graveyard at night. I'm more on that side, for sure. Definitely more on that side. Paula says, be like Shaggy and Scooby and get the heck out of there. I'm not staying there. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Michelle says, that looks more like a haunted house setup. It kind of does. I see it. I see it for sure. Zoinks. Jinkies. James is saying, if it was my mother's ghost, I would be glad to hear from her. Yeah, it's like we would all like to talk to people that have passed on that we know, but how do you really know it's them? Like, looking at this graveyard, I'm not going to lie. The first thing that popped in my head was, do you guys remember that guy that took the Ouija board to the graveyard like an idiot? And then he wondered why his house was all fucked up afterwards. And he was like getting haunted and shit was flying all over his house. You guys remember that one? Yeah. No, I'm good. I am definitely good. Yeah, he kept saying, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly where it is, Russell. I don't know if they said at the beginning or not. Patrick said, I hope it wasn't his mom trying to get out. Like she's in there and she's just yelling. That's Michelle said, I'd be pissed if I was buried there too. Yeah. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Eric? I hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Russell's saying the Ed Gein story going to be good this October on Netflix. Yeah, I saw the trailer. I'm looking forward to it. I am definitely looking forward to that. All right, let's see what they got next. And I got
This
one more
day,
after this one.
paranormal
We got
investigator
about 6
Ryan,
minutes left in this.
known for uncovering some truly terrifying encounters, this particular case took him to a house where the residents were convinced they were being haunted by the ghost of a young girl. They paid Ryan a hefty fee to investigate and, hopefully, put an end to the nightmare. Watch what he captured.
What's going on? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want with me? Come on, answer. What do you want with me?
Look, I gotta be honest. I'm not buying this one,
Not gonna answer me.
but I don't like doll shit.
What do you want?
Like, I don't. Oh, you changed her outfit?
As you can see here, this is pretty much up against the wall. Nothing can really fit behind there. Windows are screened. There's no holes in the wall or anything like that. These are just standard stuffed animals. There's no puppets or anything like that. Just standard stuffed animals.
Nah, I don't know about this one, you guys.
Electronic interference, noise, or anything like that. Because the poltergeist entity, whatever you want to call it, is not here at the moment in this room that I'm aware of.
Strangely enough, two stuffed animals in the room began shifting on their own, as though some unseen force was moving them. But as the camera shows, the room was completely empty aside from Ryan. He examined both toys thoroughly, checking for hidden wires, remote controls, or even mechanical triggers, but found nothing, no logical explanation. And this eerie moment happened less than 5 minutes after Ryan stepped into the house. It was just the beginning of the bizarre paranormal activity that would soon unfold.
Let me pause this real quick. Back just a little bit here. All right. Let's see what we got in the chat here. James is saying nothing scares me much. The only thing that scares me are evil people. Oh shit, man. I don't know. Russell said it's the ring girl, Samara. Patrick says motion detectors. Paula said, do they come with batteries? It kind of felt that way, right? Michelle said nothing scares me. Nothing much scares me either. I'm telling you, like some paranormal shit. I'm telling you. Russell said, sorry, I had to laugh. Yeah, I kind of looked at it a little crazy too. It's just like, I don't really know. Patrick says this is cheesy. Definitely. Michelle's saying it's silly. If those things were really moving, he wouldn't be checking them out calmly. That's fair. That's definitely fair. I mean, if I walk into a room and I've got two stuffed animals like that and they're doing that, yeah, I'm walking out. I'm sorry. Patrick said even Bigfoot is clowning on this one. I knew Bigfoot would come into it. I knew it would come in. Michelle said, ever heard of Build-A-Bear? Oh, for sure.
And
all right, let's see what else this has got.
It was just the beginning of the bizarre paranormal activity that would soon unfold.
cupboard that was opening before. Much better look. You can see there's no room for anyone to be hiding or anything in here. There's no holes in any walls. One of the questions I get asked a lot about is why you don't see my family in any of the videos. And that's simply because I value my privacy. And I'll share what I want to share. I don't need to share footage of my family.
Oh my God, shut that bird up.
So that's just, again, another look at the cabinet. There's no activity on it at the moment. There's nothing next to it.
Later in the night, Ryan made his way into the kitchen. As he approached the pantry door, things took an intense turn. The door began shaking violently, accompanied by a piercing squeal that echoed through the air. Knowing he had to investigate further, Ryan opened the pantry. Just like before, there was nothing. No one hiding, nothing out of place. No clear cause for the aggressive movement. It was undeniable. This home was deeply haunted. If you're interested in more terrifying clips from this ghost hunting
Deeply haunted. It was deeply haunted. Not just haunted, but deeply haunted. All right, let me catch up on the comments here. Michelle was saying, are they gonna walk now? Oh, like the bear? It looked like Ted, like running across his room. Yes, they are. James said it could be rats having sex. All right, could be. One rat was. I ain't even gonna get into that. Patrick says it's the bird. Like this bird? No. Okay. Russell says it's probably Freddy Krieger in there. It could be. It definitely could be, Russell.
Look, Jake. They got Freddy fucking Krieger. Wait a minute.
It could be. It definitely could be. Deeply haunted. Not shallowly haunted, but deeply. Yes. Yes. Paula said, or a trapped animal. It could be. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. That one I really wasn't buying too much, to be honest with you guys. I don't know. I just didn't get that feeling from it. I'm sorry. It was I think that the bears moving kind of had me out of it for sure. All right, so this next one does come from Depths of Despair. This one's way shorter than the other one was. It's only about 20 minutes. It's a top 5. Let's see. 5 scary ghost videos that defy all explanation. Yeah, so we're going to defy some explanation. Let me go ahead and bring this up, and we will go ahead and get started with it. Let me know on sound, and here we go.
Dementia.
Russell, yeah, she knew.
On one night, a man named Nick is looking after his ill grandma when this happens. Nick mentions that his grandma has dementia, which in some cases can lead to visual or auditory hallucinations, seeing things that aren't actually there. However, as Nick watches her standing still, something chilling happens. Watch closely.
His grandma's just standing there in the middle of the room at night. I was about to ask if that was a Roomba. He said Roomba.
Freaking me out.
You got paranormal shit going on, and a Roomba just comes into the room. So it's hard to tell if the dog doesn't like something's going on or it doesn't like the Roomba. See you, Michelle. Have a good one.
Nick's grandma's dog starts growling while staring down the hallway as if it sees something there. Then all of a sudden, something falls down from on top of the fridge. After Nick checks what fell down, it makes everything seem even creepier.
All right. So this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines. One of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night. You see how far back they are. Genuinely.
As Nick mentions, the statues are all lined up quite far back on the fridge. So just how did the angel suddenly fall off? Nick thinks there must be something sinister behind this, given the fact that an angel statue fell off out of everything there. After watching the video, a viewer pointed out another strange detail that makes this all the more terrifying.
All right, I wanted to show you guys something. Honestly, I'm a bit in disbelief.
All right. I'm just going to say something. Oh, man.
Close.
Sorry, guys.
Everything.
Last night.
There must be something sinister, terrifying.
All right. This is where I was. I have to say something about this Roomba. Is it me or is the smiley face creepy on the Roomba? I'm sorry. Like, it just... Maybe it's considering that we're watching paranormal videos. But it's like... I don't know. There's just something creepy about it to me. The smiley face on it. I mean, I know they probably did it to be cute, but it just seems... I don't know. Let's see what they got going on here.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire.
What's
here
up,
so she
DJ?
can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. It is kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything.
Hey, my thoughts exactly.
Even when it gets to the edge, it does that.
The Roomba seems to repeat the same movement, going back and forward slightly,
Oh.
as if it were bumping into someone or something.
I see what they're
in front
saying.
of it, like the girl showed previously. Nick thinks the Roomba sensed something blocking its path.
They have
Since
to
this
explain
happened,
it to the
Nick has been
simple
scared
ones
of
like
the
me
kitchen,
here.
But the only TV in the house is this one, so he has to stay there to watch. On another night while alone watching TV, this happens.
So I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on. But I was watching my
That
show.
dude is one Clone Wars watching
And-
motherfucker for sure. Great show though. You haven't seen it.
There's nothing there.
This time, the creepy Roomba is not there, but the dogs are still behaving the same way, as if their eyes are fixed on something there, even though we can't see anything. Nick's granddad passed away a year ago and once told Nick that he thought he had seen his grandma standing in the kitchen with the lights off. But
I
as
swear
he
to
went
God, if
closer,
his grandma's
it turned out
standing
there was
there,
nobody there.
like in
But
the
this
dark.
could relate to what is
I mean, I
currently
know
going
that she
on,
has dementia.
and it's
That
the same
that shit's
reason that
creepy
Nick
as hell.
is
to me.
already scared of the kitchen. Shortly after the dog stared at the kitchen, he captures this.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh shit! Is the Roomba back? Suicidal Roomba. Yo. Is that thing following him? Oh, that's cool. That's got to be like remote controlled or something, right? Whoa, shit. I actually jumped.
The
Freaking
Roomba
idiot.
follows Nick all over
Freaking
the living
dumb.
room, then somehow it just flips over all on its own, completely freaking him out. Many viewers pointed out that the Roomba Hoover robot was moving in a straight path, which isn't usually how they function. And again, as it reached the stairs and sensed the edge, it continued going and falling off, instead of backing up like it did earlier.
I mean, I can't
This has
explain the
pushed Nick
flip
over
with the
the
remote
edge,
control.
and
I
wasn't
actually jumped.
100% certain something terrifying is going on. He mentions that
Oh
the
my
dogs now
God.
refuse to go anywhere near the kitchen, and his grandma, despite everything, was just concerned if the creepy Roomba was okay. But until more updates are provided,
The
this
tale
one
of the haunted
remains one
Roomba.
hell of a terrifying mystery.
See, these are
The
easier. I can
workshop.
pause this because I know the workshop's coming up next, right? This is a first. This is a Movies and Beyond first. We have a haunted Roomba. Makes me kind of look at Roombas a little different after that. Thought I was going to get one. Definitely not one with a smiley face on it. I don't know what it was about that smiley face. That shit creeped me out. I can't believe I jumped. Like, that actually made me jump. Like, seriously. Patrick is saying, you know, cats love riding Roombas. I did not know that. James says killer Roomba. Patrick saying it's remote controlled. I didn't know if you could remote control those or not. I don't really know. He said, or is it? I have no idea. Val said, I don't think that Roombas have a remote. All right. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I've had a Roomba for 3 years and it's been in a box and I haven't even opened it yet. I'd be 100% honest with you guys. James said this product was brought to you by Acme Corporation, like Wile E. Coyote, Acme. Val says get rid of the Roomba. It's haunted. Yeah. James says a Wile E. Coyote device. That's what I thought. See, that's what I thought. Let's see what's going on with the workshop. The workshop. You got to say in a scary voice.
The following video comes from a man who works as a graphic designer who recently launched his own clothing business and set up a workshop for his inventory. He found some strange-looking mannequins by a garage dumpster and decided to use them. Not long afterwards, unexplainable phenomena started happening inside the workshop. He's been waking up in the night feeling like he's being watched and hearing noises at the door. On one night, he's woken up around 3 a.m. to the same thing. This time, he pulls his phone out and records this.
Es la primera vez que me animo a grabar esto. Ya van varias veces que me vienen despertando a la noche. Siento que a veces viene alguien hasta acá al lado mío o siento que tocan algo acá en la mesita. El sonido de la puerta y yo duermo acá con la puerta cerrada. Así que nada, voy a ver qué carajo. La verdad nunca me levanté hasta ahora. Concha de la lora, no, boludo, no.
Is that a body? Is that a face? Or is that a picture? What am I looking at?
Es el maniquí, boludo. Es el maniquí, la concha de la lora. Me chupa 3 huevos, me voy a fijar igual, boludo. Es la concha de su madre. Qué hija de puta, boludo. No te la puedo creer. Y escuché hace un ratito escuché que deslizaban esto. Como si estuvieran revisando la ropa, boludo. Alto cagazo me hizo pegar esta mierda. La concha de la madre, boludo. No.
What looks like the head of someone or something.
Oh
can be
shit, I
seen
didn't even see
peeking out
that.
from behind the
The head.
corner, which
Russell,
quickly
that might be The
disappears
Grudge.
as he pans the camera away and back again. But as he enters the room, there's nobody there. However, one of the mannequins suddenly rotates towards him, all on its own, scaring him out of the room. The next day, while working in the workshop, he decides to set up a camera. Then this happens. The mannequin turns to face him all on its own. A few nights later, it's around 3:33 a.m. when he's finishing up at the workshop. Then something chilling is captured. Watch closely.
Oh, bullshit.
Bueno, esto parece que se rompió. No sé quién habrá sido. Y toda la ropa en el piso.
No way.
Esto es una locura.
No way.
Yo no puedo creer esto. Yo no puedo creer. No puedo creer esto. ¡Ah! No puedo creer, loco.
We gotta look at that again.
Como si nada.
There's gotta be clips
The
or something in
mannequin
there.
rotates and then clothes fall off the clothing line all on their own. He believes this mannequin is the cause for all the activity and that it's haunted. But what do you think? Real ghost or not? You be the judge.
No, you're not getting
The
off that easy.
hospital
We're going
basement.
back and looking at that. No.
And something chilling is captured. Watch closely.
Bueno, esto parece que se rompió. No sé quién habrá sido.
I don't know, you guys. I want to look at that.
Is the cause for all the activity and that it's haunted.
I'm not.
But what
There's.
do you think?
It's too
Real
much.
ghost or
Like, I feel like that's too much. Like, I don't know how. There's got to be something with that. I don't know. I don't know the answer. All right, let me catch up with the chat. Let's see. Russell said it's probably Freddy effing Krieger. It might be. It might be, man. Russell's also saying mannequins creep me out. Yeah, dude, it's dolls, man. It's a big doll that you put clothes on. It's all the same thing. I'm telling you. Yeah, I don't like them either. James is saying, Freddy Krueger, you guys got to stop that before I have a heart attack. I'm laughing so hard. Hell yeah. Patrick says, oh, brother. Russell's throwing the WTF. Val is laughing. Russell said, I'd throw Jake's Dumars in there. Patrick is saying, now if the shirts had been Freddy, I might have gone for it. I'm just not, I don't know. I'm just not buying something with that. It doesn't feel right. I don't know. I can't disprove it at the moment, but don't think I'm not going to look at that. Like, seriously. Russell says, no way in hell. Paula said the mannequin was standing there. Any chance the skeleton was her partner? Oh, possibly. Bigfoot is saying, hell no. James is saying fishing line used for that trick. I don't think it's fishing line. I think they did something with the edit. I do. Like, it has to be. Like, there's got to be a clip or a mask or something on there. Like, I don't want to ruin the paranormal aspect of what we're doing here, but at the same time, I want the truth, damn it. I want the truth. Searching for the truth. Russell said it's the Grudge. Well, see, there it is. There's the answer. It was the Grudge. That's what happened.
You be the judge.
I'm being the judge. All right, let's see what happens in the hospital basement.
A nurse named Maria explains that she has been seeing strange and creepy things in the hospital
that she works at. I don't know. I need to look at it. I need to look at it.
Y me asomé aquí, pero no me asomé hasta acá, me asomé así nada más y cerré la puerta para limpiar el baño. Y me metí a limpiar el baño y miré que se estaba sentando aquí y dije, ay, quería ir al baño. Y cerré, o sea, yo estaba encerrada. Y cuando salí del baño me asomé y miré que no había nada. Ay, no, me voy a salir de aquí.
Maria states that she has been seeing an elderly woman walking around the empty areas of the hospital, wearing a mid-80s nurse uniform. Many other nurses and doctors in the hospital have reported seeing similar things that they just can't explain. After discussing with some of her colleagues, Maria comes to the conclusion that it must have something to do with the abandoned basement section of the hospital. This particular section has been out of use for quite some time now. On one day, Maria decides to head down there alone when something chilling is captured. For just a second, as Maria turns the corner, someone or something can be seen peeking at her.
That's somebody.
Before disappearing.
I don't think that was a ghost.
Maria
I think that was somebody that wasn't supposed to be there.
But as she gets closer to where the figure was seen, there's only a wall there. Maria then makes an update on what she captured.
Yo todos los videos que subí los grabé en una ocasión que me tocó trabajar de noche y de verdad que no había nadie, donde supuestamente se mira que se mete una persona, hay una pared. Si lo ponen lento se van a dar cuenta que hay una pared.
Maria and the other nurses believe this could be the spirit of a patient or a former nurse, somehow bound to this place, maybe due to a lingering regret. But let me know what you think. If you have any
I don't know.
I
honestly think that looked like a person to me. That didn't look like a
@gmail.com or tag us on TikTok.
I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert, but let's see what's at the door. I really want to know how they did that.
Memphis is creeped out after seeing something creepy on his front porch in Memphis, Tennessee, late in the evening.
Sitting here pouting
was
about it,
home
but I
alone
can't figure
inside
it
his
out.
house when he noticed something through the glass panel of the front door that left him creeped out. Watch closely.
There's somebody there. It's moving.
What in the actual hell? There's literally
What looks like a dark silhouette of someone standing outside the door wearing a hat can be seen. But as soon as Mathis opens the door to check, he finds nobody there.
Well, shit, as long as it's outside.
That the figure resembles the Hat Man, a tall, dark shadow figure who wears a hat.
I mean, that's kind of a stretch.
Associated with sleep paralysis. Mathis explains that he opened the door because sometimes he would get homeless people taking shelter on his front porch, and that's what he thought it was. Unfortunately, whatever it is may have now just entered his home. But here is where things get weirder because he has a Ring camera set up, which for some reason, the recording doesn't play during the time the figure appeared. Take a look.
For starters, so many of you came after me for opening the door, and here's my reason why, okay? We live in downtown Memphis, which means we're used to having a homeless population. Usually when it rains, we will have homeless people walk up on the porch, and it is sad, but we do have to ask them to leave because we're on a private property. We have Ring cameras and cameras all around the property and in every room of the house except for our bathrooms. This is what the Ring camera shows when I walked outside, which was 9:50 at night. You'll see the timestamp in just a second. Had we deleted the video, it would not be there. It just doesn't load. We have had this issue with our Ring camera before, but then why did it catch the video after? In case you didn't see, the video after is at 10:23 at night. I initially recorded the video and sent it on Snapchat to my 8 best friends. This is the hallway during the day with maximum light. The front of our house where somebody would be. For them to run, where would they have to hide? It goes straight out, guts out. This way, another commercial building, it juts out. They would also have to jump down into this drop of a fence and go that way. All out front, the most someone could have done would have maybe been behind a tree, but we would still have got that on the Ring camera. Also, another Ring camera that would have caught somebody too.
Not one, but 2 Ring cameras were unable to record the figure at the door. So could this have been the Hat Man paying Mathis a visit?
I think calling it the Hat Man's a little bit of a stretch.
Until more updates are provided, this one remains a mystery.
It looks like a guy with a baseball hat on.
Being watched.
That's what it looks like to me. I don't know. I don't know. A little bit of a stretch. Patrick saying it's a DoorDasher. Could be. He didn't leave you any food. He ate all your fries. Russell saying, sorry, I don't see it. Probably Ghostface lurking out there. It could be. Patrick saying, yeah, but he takes the camera off the door. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. James is really on the Acme's tonight. It could be an Acme delivery person. It could be. Jerry says yes. Russell says his dumb haircut needs a trim. Damn. Poor guy coming on talking about ghosts. It's like your hair's dumb. Poor guy. James said I ordered Acme Batman suit back in the 60s. Still haven't gotten it yet. Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks. All right, let's see what being watched is.
The following video was taken on June 21st of 2025. In the video, a mother was just recording her baby playing around the house when something downright chilling is captured. Watch closely.
I didn't see any. Oh, shit.
What looks like a pale grey face with long dark hair can be seen just peeking out behind the lower corner, watching the baby.
It's a grudge lady.
Retracting back behind it. Whatever it is left the mother Stephanie completely terrified and worried for her baby, as it seemed awfully fixated on her child. But as the child went around that corner, there was nothing there. Till this day, Stephanie has no idea what she saw and hasn't seen anything like it ever since. If you want to see some of the best videos we posted this year.
Let me just say this. Fix that there. Let me just say this. That thing looking around, right? Probably somebody playing around. But if it's not, as a mom, that would be freaking horrifying. Like literally that would be like nightmare scenario, right? And then the kid just goes that way. Like, fuck it. You know how little kids are. They walk their head shaking. They don't care. You know what I mean? Just right for it. I don't know. I don't know. The thing that's bugging me is the shirts. I'm telling you, the shirts is bugging me. I'm gonna be looking. Oh shit, there's that Roomba again. I can't fuck with that Roomba. That is bugging me that I cannot figure that out. See, this is where OCD Michael comes into play. I'm gonna be looking at that tonight. I am definitely gonna be looking at that tonight, for sure. But yeah, you guys, doing paranormal night tonight was actually it was a good time for me. Like we haven't done this in forever, and I got to hang out with you guys tonight, right? So definitely had a good time tonight. It is coming up on 10 o'clock, so these actually ended at the perfect time, just the right amount of paranormal stuff, for sure. But I mean, we've seen some crazy ass shit on this channel. We've seen some stuff where it's like, yeah, I'm definitely not buying that. But ultimately, at the end of the day, doing these paranormal videos are fun for me. They're fun to hang out with you guys and to watch these. I am doing a show Thursday morning. We need to catch up on horror news on this channel because I am so far behind. I'll probably tell you guys all, a bunch of stuff you already know. We'll talk a little bit about that, and of course, I'll open the chat up like we do on Horror Talking Coffee, and just let you guys go. We'll talk about all the stuff that you guys want to talk about. Any questions you guys have for me, we'll go over that for sure. But if you had a good time tonight, don't hesitate to leave a comment after the show's done. It definitely helps out the channel. And if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do so. That helps out a bunch as well. Russell's saying I need to watch Tulsa King. Dude, Russell, I'm watching a show right now. It'll go on the list, but right now, this guy I work with, he's like, you got to watch the 100. You got to watch, because I've never seen it, and I guess he was a big fan of the 100. So I'm watching the 100 right now. I think I'm on like season 6. The beginning of season 6, maybe. I think there's 7 seasons altogether for that. So I have been watching that at night before bed. And I mean, I'm having a good time with it. It's kind of predictable in some aspects, but it's got some cool ideas in it. And I really enjoyed it for sure. It's fun so far. There's I mean, I could do a whole show on talking about the 100 because there's a lot of things in there that my problem when I binge a show and I want to talk about it is if I'm not watching it over a long period of time, I'm really bad with names. So I'm like, that one guy that does that one thing. I'm actually terrible with that, but I am enjoying the 100. And character Clark is driving me crazy, though. It makes me want to bang my head against a brick wall. I'm not going to ruin anything if anybody hasn't seen it, but yeah, so I'm enjoying that. Paula said she's ready for Stranger Things. Me too, Paula. Me too. And one thing that I want to do before that drops is I want to watch season 4 again. I want to go through that. I'm probably going to do it on the channel. So if you're a fan of Stranger Things, I'm going to find a way to do that on the channel and watch that, because when I get back from Scarefest, we're going to have about a little over a month. So yeah, like Stranger Things will be the next big thing, and of course, Thanksgiving. I love turkey and football, so that's absolutely fantastic. One of my favorite holidays. Just because of turkey and football, like it's great, but yeah, I definitely want to do something for Stranger Things coming up. I have avoided all spoilers for Stranger Things. Like you haven't heard me come on here like, did you hear? No, I'm not doing that. Like, I love Stranger Things too much. I want to go into it blind. I watched the trailer when that came out. If another trailer comes out, I'll watch that, but I'm not jumping into a whole bunch of stuff with it because I don't want to ruin anything for myself. God forbid, they spoil like the ending or something. Like, no, I love that show too much. I don't want to. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for clicks on YouTube. I'm not doing it. I don't want to know. That's the biggest thing with Stranger Things. I don't want to know what's coming. I don't want to know theories. I don't want to know inside scoops. I don't want to know leaks especially. Like Theories, okay, that's fine. But leaks, I don't want to know. I don't. Like I've been waiting for this for 2 years, maybe even longer than that. What was it? 3 years, 2 years? It's been a while, and I've been waiting for it. I have been freaking waiting for it, and I need to make it. I've only got like a month, 2 months left, right? 2 months left of avoiding everything, and then I can sit down and I can watch it and be super happy to be seeing what I'm seeing and not be like, well, this is the part when they do this because I read online and it was going to happen and it did. No, I don't want anything to do with that. Paula, I am super excited about Stranger Things. I cannot freaking wait. I cannot wait. James is saying I'm going to find me a Freddy Krueger doll tomorrow. It's Spirit. Dude, is it going to be the Michael doll? Because, you know, she's got that Michael doll.
Look, Jake. They got Freddy fucking Krueger.
You should get that one, James, and call it Freddy Krueger. Like that exact Michael. Like it'd be so damn good. Russell said, I've seen all the 100, every episode. It's a good show. Well, I mean, I'm at the beginning of season 6. I think there's only 7 seasons altogether. So maybe by next week I'll be done with it. Maybe I'll be done with it by next week. I've enjoyed it so far. For the most part, I've had a good time with it for sure. Melissa saying, not me. She's not excited about Stranger Things. You know, one day, Melissa, one day, you're going to go back and you're going to be like, you know what? I want to find out what all this Stranger Things nonsense was. And you're going to sit there and you're going to watch it and you're going to love it. And you're going to be like, oh man, I wish I watched it then. I'm telling you, it's a great show. It is a great show. James saying, I love spending time with you folks. And Michael, you are awesome. Thank you, James. Thank you, buddy. We love having you here, man. You're part of the family, dude. If you weren't here, it wouldn't be the same. So keep on keeping on, man. We need you, James. We definitely need you here, buddy. Russell said, I'm watching Winona Earp on Tubi. I got you, man. I've heard of it. I've never seen a trailer for it or anything, but I don't know. Paula said there's a new teaser trailer, new Twitter on the news, Twitter, and Instagram page. Yeah, well, you know, 2 months, Paula. I got 2 months that I've just gotta, you know, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for sure. James says Granny kills me. I can't wait to meet her at Scarefest. Like that's pretty high on the priority list. If I can, because like I said, I have media. I'm gonna do something, you know, to where I can film and see if she'll let me talk to her for a few minutes and see if she'll say something to you guys at Movies and Beyond. We will tell her how big of fans that we all are of Angry Grandma. So hopefully something comes of that. I can't make any promises, you know, but all I can do is tell you what I would like to do. And that's definitely something that I would like to do. And I'm going to try. I'm definitely going to try. Russell said, you got that far. Did you rush through it? It's a long show. I mean, I just watched episode after episode. Like I would lay down at bed at night and watch like 3 of them before I would fall asleep. And then, you know, would go back and find out where I fell asleep at and start watching it again from there. So yeah, I had one Saturday where I wasn't feeling good and I was home all day. So I watched quite a few of them that day to get through them. So yeah, I mean, I've been watching it for a couple weeks now at this point. So it hasn't been like, you know, super long, but it hasn't been super short either. So it's been a couple weeks that I've been watching it at this point. Russell said Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, and Winona is his daughter. Oh, okay, I got you. See, dude, I love Tombstone. And I actually like the movie Wyatt Earp, too. I actually did enjoy that with Kevin Costner. Tombstone being my favorite, of course. But you can't beat Tombstone. You can't. Melissa said, nah, never, nope. That's like 3 different ways of saying the same thing. But yes, I understand. I understand. Paul is saying that reminded me of a horror movie I saw. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Russell saying, what's your favorite character in the 100? So it probably Raven. I think Raven's my favorite character. I really liked Alexa. I think that they didn't do enough with that character. Raven's cool. I like the tech angle she has. I don't really like Clark. She's annoying. But she's got the new kid. Is it Maddie or Abby or whatever the hell? She seems like a good character so far. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, I got a couple that I really like. Bellamy, he's cool. You know, one season he sucks the next. So I don't really know. I think the most consistent character in that would probably be Raven. Although I do dig Kane's story arc. So the way that's going. So yeah, it's like any other show. It's got, you know, it's good stuff and it's got its, you know, kind of annoying stuff. But yeah. I would say that so far. But you know what? Ask me again in like 2 weeks, Russell. Ask me again in 2 weeks because hopefully I'll be done with it by then because that gives me 2 weeks to finish 2 seasons or 2 seasons, 6 and 7. So it might change. I don't know. Paula's saying, which movie was it when the grandparents were possessed? Oh shit, I have no idea. The grandparents are possessed? I'm not sure. Dude, I'm drawing a blank, Paula. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah, Raven is a cool character. For sure. And I like the arc that she has too. Her character development is really good. Like she's got like the hardships and, you know, all of that stuff. Like it's good. I really like it. All right. Well, you guys, that's all I've got for tonight on Movies and Beyond. But I had a great time hanging out with you guys. Hopefully you guys have a good night. Yeah, I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you guys Thursday. I can't wait. Peace.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. Hey.